Dear student, Assalamu alaikum. I hope all of you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am Mohammad Shahjahan, Assistant Professor, Department of Accounting, Milestone College, Uttara, Dhaka.
Dear student, this is our second lecture on chapter 7. All of you know that this is worksheet. At the end of this lecture, you will be able to prepare worksheet and you can give adjusting entries and closing entries. Dear student, this is a trial balance. It is given the question trial balance. Look at some asset liabilities. The information are given here: cash, prepaid insurance, repair supplies, supplies equipment, accumulated depreciation, common stock, revenue, salaries. We have to prepare worksheet from this statement. There is some adjustment also. At first, you have to prepare adjusting journal. Dear student, look at what is that adjustment. Insurance, expired insurance of taka 800, unused. Then unused repair supplies as inventory 300, estimated depreciation, repair equipment 2100 and unpaid salaries 500. Dear student, this is the format of journal. All of you know that for preparing journal we need to 5 column: date, account title or explanation, LF, debit taka and credit taka. Look at first transaction is expired insurance taka 800. That means look at the question. We have prepaid insurance 1200. Out of that 800 expired. That means insurance expenses occurred 800 and rest of the 400 years we have prepaid. So what will be the journal? Look at insurance expenses debit, prepaid insurance credit. That means 800 is our insurance expenses debit, prepaid insurance credit. Then another transaction is unused repair supplies as inventory 300. We have repair supplies here. In the question we have repair supplies 2000 and out of that unused how much? 300. Unused 300 for repair supplies. We have what will be the journal? Repair supplies expenses debit 1700. That means we have earlier supplies 2000. Out of that 1700 is our expenses. So expense account, you know that for any expense account will be debit and repair supplies. That means earlier we have asset repair supplies 2000. Out of that 1700 increases. Here we have asset for 300. And our next transaction is estimated depreciation of required equipment 2100. This is very easy one for depreciation. All of you know that journal is that depreciation debit, accumulated depreciation account debit, accumulated depreciation credit. It is 2100. Then our last adjustment is unpaid salaries 500. That means we have salaries here. It is we have salaries 21,500 and yet 500 is unpaid. For unpaid salaries, salary expenses debit, and salary payable credit. Salary payable credit. That means liability account credit, expense account debit. These are the 4 adjusting journal. This way prepare adjusting journal and you know that this is very important for your exam. Adjusting journal may come in the exam. So the student, for adjustment item, for what item we prepare journal? For adjusting item like insurance expired, unused repair supplies, estimated depreciation and unpaid salaries. For these 4 adjustment we have given adjusting journal. Now we have to prepare worksheet. This is the format of worksheet. Dear student, last class we have discussed in details the formula for preparing worksheet. At first all of you know you have to write all the items of trial balance. That means in account title column we will write, just we will copy it from question. Just whatever question we have, we will copy it. Look at here, we have cash 3800, prepaid insurance 1200, repair supplies 2000, repair sub equipment 15000, then common stock, then revenue from repair, salary expenses, rent expenses. Dear student, our first activities is that we have to write cash to rent expenses. That means we have to write all expenses in this column name. All accounts title will be here and debit one from trial balance, debit balance and the credit balance. This is the trial balance at first we have to prepare. Then we have to write the adjustment. Then we have to write the adjustment. That means whatever adjustment we have opened adjusted account, we have to write there. Look at first we write insurance expenses, then supplies expenses, then depreciation expenses, then salary payable. We have some common item like prepaid insurance we have in the trial balance. That's why I did not write again. That means, dear student, again I am telling, for preparing worksheet at first we have to write all the name of those items which we have in the trial balance. Then we will write all the name of adjustment item, but we have to keep it in mind, if there is any item in the trial balance, we will not repeat that item. We will not repeat that item. That means all adjustment account we have to write, but except that item which we have in the account title of trial balance. That means, look at, we have cash, prepaid insurance. That means in the adjustment also prepaid insurance here, so we need not write to again prepaid insurance. Then repair supplies, that also we have in the trial balance and we have in the adjustment, so we only write once again. Then accumulated depreciation we have earlier in the adjustment also, in the trial balance also, so this item also be omitted. Then another common item we have, that is rent expenses. So dear student, all these expenses we have repeated, and this is new: insurance expenses, supplies expenses, depreciation expenses, salary expenses. That means what we will write in the account title column, at first we will write the items of or we will write the items of trial balance. We will write the items of trial balance, then we will write the item name of adjustment items, but repeated item we will write once. Then account title column is over, then debit balance in debit column, credit balance is credit column. Then now adjustment, that means from adjustment, if any item is debit we will write in the debit column, if any item is in the credit then we will write in the credit column. Let's see the adjustment. Look at depreciation, it is debit, so in the adjustment column we will write in the debit side. In accumulated depreciation it is credit, that means for accumulated depreciation it will be in the credit side. Then insurance expenses, it is debit, so prepaid insurance will be in the credit side. Repair supplies, it is debit side, and repair supplies expenses it will be in the credit side. Then salary expenses debit, salary payable in the credit. That means very easy, dear students, just we repeat whatever adjustment. Look at first prepaid insurance, it is in the credit, that's why credit. Then repair supplies, it was credit in the journal, it is written in credit here. Then accumulated depreciation, it was credit, so it is written here credit. Then salary expenses, it was credit, now it was debit, so here also it is written debit. Then insurance expenses, it is also in the debit, supplies debit, depreciation debit, salary payable, it was credit. So both the side total is 5100. Now adjusted trial balance, that means our question times is over, just we will adjust now. Adjust how? Look at 3800, nothing is here, so 3800 we will write here. This adjustment is over. Here 1200 in the debit side and 800 in the credit side, so what will be the adjustment? 1200 minus 800, that means 400 will be in the debit side. This is adjustment. That means we have to add or subtract. We have to add or subtract. If debit and debit together, then we will add it. If debit and credit, we will subtract it. So 2000, 1700, it is 3000, 1500 directly here, 1000 plus 2100, both are credit, so it is 3100. Then all are credit. Then this is debit, so total add, then credit, then all item directly this, because no adjustment here. Then next item is income statement. This column we will write expense in income statement, debit column we will write expense, that means whatever expense account we will write in this column, and whatever income account we will write this column. And we have only two income, that is revenue from repair, and we have another revenue from rent. So total income is 41,500 and rest of them are expense, and the difference is 5,900. This is net income. Now balance sheet, this side we will write all the name of asset, and this side we will write all the name of liabilities and equities. Look at cash is our asset, we have written here. Prepaid insurance is our asset, we have written here. Supply repair supply equipment, it is asset. And accumulated depreciation, it is liability, that's why it is here. Then revenue from common stock, it is also liability. Equity, this is here. So dear student, very easy one. I hope all of you can. Inshallah, if you have any confusion, you can discuss with me. Thank you very much.